water-based wood stain. The label looks like. One of the things on this can, I like this finish quite a bit, but the instructions say to use liberal amounts of stain and to cover an entire section. They give the example of like the side, the top, a drawer. One of the things I found is if you do this in the summertime and your shop is pretty warm or your garage is pretty warm, whatever the case may be, you do not want to do an entire top at once. It will dry like chalk paint, and you will be sanding it back down in order to get it even. So. First thing is, this is an older can. Just going to stir this up a little bit. So we're doing 10 or so tables today. So I'm going to mix up a fairly large batch. It doesn't seem to cure when it's mixed up like this. Only once you apply it to the wood and start spreading it out a little bit. It'll stay just fine in this container for quite a while, probably for an hour or two. Alright, now this is a water-based product, so you can just cut it with water. What I like to look for, what I've found for the finish we're going for, which I'll throw some pictures up on here, is add a little water in, start to stir, and what you're looking for, and I'll drip this on the table to show this. See how those are the slow drops? That's in my opinion, that's too thick, at least for the finish that I'm looking for. Obviously, if you want a darker whitewash or you want a whiter whitewash, you can leave it a little bit thicker like that. I think the challenge with that is it's harder to keep the rag marks and the brush marks out of the final finish when you're wiping off the coat. The other thing to factor in here is if you have two people, that works really well. One person can apply it with a foam brush, the other person can follow behind you. See, that's still a little bit thick. A little bit more water. Now, this is why you're going to just a splash at a time, because you can obviously add more. You're not going to be able to pull it out without adding more whitewash. Alright, that's what I'm looking for right there. So you get the stir stick wet. And I call that like a chain of drops. You can still kind of see the drops coming together, but it's not very scientific. But once you know what that looks like, it becomes pretty easy to mix up consistent batches of this. Because if you get off, which I have 3 tables that I'm having to rework today because I did not get a consistent finish mixture. I cut it with too much water at the end of a batch. So anyway, we'll bring this over and show you the next step. Alright. So for this particular job, we're finishing all the tables in poly just to seal the bottoms. Check my gloves, make sure I'm not leaving any marks. That's another thing you want to factor in. We're doing some round tables today and some custom cut tables. Thinking about where your workspace is going to be for your burning is going to make things a little easier. And we never already tacked this off once, but we're just going to tack it off a little bit more. It's kind of the same principle. You can't really tack it off once you start applying stain. Alright, so what I found to work really well for wiping off this thinner water-based stain is this bag of t-shirt rags. Something fancy, but it seems to leave very little lint or fibers behind. It also seems to not leave a lot of rag marks. You can kind of take these rectangles and roll them into kind of like a soft rectangle where you're almost using a rounded fold. And as you're wiping, you can turn that, trying to keep a smooth edge on your folded applicator. So you're not going to want to wipe with a bunch of edges, right? Because that's going to leave marks. So that start applying. All right, so you're going to want to go with the grain. And once you're doing your first pass with your mixture, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. You want to see if your mix of stain is the right consistency. So I'm going to go maybe like one board width for this particular table. And you don't have to worry about the brush marks too much because you can always come back like this and work the marks out. So we're wiping it off right away, and you can tell that we're still getting a decent amount of the whitewash effect onto this table. This is the color we're going for basically on these tables. Maybe a little bit darker. We might have to let them sit a little bit longer. So once Kate wipes this off, I'll do one more pass here, and we're going to let the next one go a little bit longer. We have a finished table over here that's pretty dusty. But if I tip this out, you can kind of see this is a large custom table, the color that we're going for. So you vary the color quite a bit based on how long you let the whitewash sit on the surface. So with that one, we'll do one more coat right there, and then on our next pass, we'll let it sit just a little bit longer. If you notice, I'm dropping the material onto the center and then wiping it out, trying to get even application of the stain. All right. So we've gone both ways on doing the edges and on doing the tops. What we decided on is that it doesn't really make a big difference. You can do your edges first. Personally, I guess maybe I prefer doing the edges last. You will get a little bit of stuff that comes back up on the top, but you're just going to wipe that off with the rag. Right away, yeah. You don't want to let that sit on the top surface. So if you are coming back and doing your edges last, you get a little bit on the top, have a clean rag with you, wipe it off right away. Yeah, that's a lot. So you see, not a lot of rag marks. Now this is going to be sanded prior to having a top coat put on. So one thing I found, since this is water-based, you're going to get parts of the grain that stand up. You're going to get some fibers of wood that stand up a little bit more. It raises the grain, or at least I think it does. And that's something that you can sand down a little bit before you top coat. This is sanded with, I believe it's 320. I'll use 350 on it because I have automotive grit sandpaper on DNA. And it's just what I happen to have on hand right now, so that works fine. Speed this up a little bit. You can see that's about how far I'm going per pass. This is where it's nice to have two people. So I'll just let this run for a little bit and get this applied. first coat on like this, we're only doing one coat. What you do want to look for though is any light spots where you might have wiped a little bit too much off or just didn't settle into the wood as much. So now we're going to go back, look for any of those, touch them up, and then we're going to move on to the edges. So if you do get a light spot, don't worry about having to do a larger pass over the wood. You don't have to just fill that spot. You're going to be able to even out the color with the rag, and since you're wiping it off so quickly after you're applying it, it's not as critical to only focus on the white spot. Alright, now we got this top looking pretty good. We're going to hit the edges. Now I'm just going to show the part here that's visible. I'm not going to turn all the way around the table. On this one, it's nice to have your table raised up. We just had this on some scrap wood, a couple of 1-inch pieces. It is a good idea to put some painter's tape on those blocks. We're clipping it right with the wet poly. Now, the next table that you do, you change the tape for it. You put it over the table. You can get those standoffs, those little yellow triangle things, or bench cookies or whatever for different finishing systems. And sometimes I will use those for lighter tables. I feel like just using scrap wood and tape though is more stable for a larger size table. The other thing I'll say is that if you're doing multiple tables, I personally like having one station where I do the finishing, and then we'll just gently and carefully move the table to a spot to dry versus trying to do it in place on sawhorses or whatever. Like I said, I'm doing, I think, on 10 tables today. I'll give you a view of the rest of the shop. Because this is pretty much the max that I can do in one pass in my space. I have about 900 square feet, and there's only so much room. So on the edge for these styles, you'll see that there is a little bit of variation, especially onto the end grain on this circle table, but it still comes out pretty even. And one of the things I actually do on these circle tables is I'll leave the end grain a little bit rougher than the top, just because I like how it hits the end grain like that. Alright, so that's how I personally do a whitewash finish on a table. Like I said, again, these are all ash. They're 5/4 ash tables. They're going to be set up for a restaurant, so they're going to get a satin finish over the top that's set up for commercial use. I'll throw some pictures on at the end here, hopefully, of the tables installed in their final place, and maybe just a few of them right after they've been sprayed. So, if you have any questions about doing whitewash tables, let me know. If you're interested in any restaurant tables or custom industrial furniture, you can check out 4fields.net, and I'd be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.